So today we're going to do a tour of 6 different hotels in and around Healdsburg. And we get asked all the time by buyers who are looking to move up here or people who are looking to buy a second home with recommendations for good hotels. So we're going to basically start at Madrona, which is where we are now, which is on the west side of Healdsburg. And then we're going to go into town, take a quick look at 2 hotels there. And then we're going to look at 3 places on the north end of town. I'm excited to say that we're actually going to get a tour of the brand new hotel that's only been open for 1 week. Which is Hotel Appellation on the north side of town. So yeah, let's go and start the tour and we'll head into Madrona first. So here we are in the Hotel Madrona. We're actually in the bar right now, which is a super cool place. They've got great cocktails, great place to hang out before you have dinner. And then they've got a dining room just over behind me over here, which has got both an indoor area and also a covered outdoor area, which is a great place to hang out during summer. The chef here actually is relatively new. I think he came here in June 23. The chef before this, he actually moved to Jordan Winery, new chef. He does great food. I mean, one of the things here, which I think you can still get at lunchtime, is the chicken paillade, which is definitely a very famous dish for the Madrona Hotel. The rooms here there's relatively few rooms. I think there's 22 rooms, and the whole hotel was completely refurbished in, I think, 2022. The interior designer was a guy called Jay Jeffers, who's a LA interior designer. So all the rooms are hugely individualistic. So if you are looking to stay somewhere that's a little different, looking out over the vineyards, it's definitely got a very distinctive style all of its own. They also provide electric bikes so that you can get into town super easily. We're, a mile and a half away from town. So yeah, it's a really great option if you don't want to be in the hustle and bustle of downtown Healdsburg. I would thoroughly recommend you come and stay the night here. So that's Hotel Madrona. So now we're going to head off into downtown, take a quick look at a couple of hotels there, and then we're going to head over to the north side of town. So yeah, let's head on down. So here we are outside Harmon House, which is right in downtown Healdsburg. And it's actually the same owners who also own H2, which is just a little bit further down this way, that does have a separate restaurant called Spoon Bar. This hotel, it doesn't have a full restaurant, but it is super cool. There's 38 rooms, opened in 2018. And then upstairs, there's an amazing rooftop bar. And the rooftop, it is a bar, it doesn't serve full food, but it does have bites. So you can get chicken wings, you can get ceviche, you can get tacos. So yeah, it's good for sort of early evening. And they also do have a happy hour between 3 and 5 o'clock. The rooms are super nice. It starts around $500 per night, and you do have to stay for a couple of days at the weekend. But yeah, if you are looking for something really nice in downtown Healdsburg that is a little bit different, not your sort of average hotel that you walk into with a big foyer, etc., definitely check out Harmon House. And then literally 3 doors down, you've got the Spoon Bar, the sister hotel, the restaurant, if you want to use that restaurant. Although you are in Healdsburg, so there's so many great places to eat. But yeah, definitely check it out. And if you are just visiting Healdsburg, worth checking out the rooftop bar at Harmon House regardless. So yeah, let's go and take a look. The next one we're going to check out is Hotel Healdsburg, which is also owned by the same people. They don't own every hotel in town. But yeah, Hotel Healdsburg is the next one we're going to check out in downtown Healdsburg. So here we are in Hotel Healdsburg, and so just straight ahead of me is the downtown plaza, so you really couldn't get any closer. And then to my left, we've got Dry Creek Kitchen, and then through here is the bar for the hotel. So this hotel has about 50 odd rooms, and as I mentioned earlier, it is owned by the same people who own H2, Spoon Bar, Pizzando, the restaurant, and then they're actually building a 3rd hotel just a little bit further into downtown, and that will actually be the last hotel that Healdsburg allows to be built, which is probably not a bad thing. I mean, we've got our fair share of hotels now. The one thing I would say is the restaurant is Dry Creek Kitchen, and it's a Charlie Palmer owned restaurant, and I must say the food here is exceptional. The chef actually used to be at Brass Rabbit and Chalkboard before he moved here, Shane McAnally. The food is amazing, definitely worth checking out if you are in Healdsburg. And we do have a video which talks about the best restaurants in Healdsburg, so we'll put a link in the description below, so do check that out. If you are here on a Thursday, then they do a special locals night, which is a fixed menu, and I think it's $55, and you can also take a bottle of wine with no corkage on a Thursday, but it does have to be a local wine. So any of the wines from Dry Creek Valley, Alexander Valley, or as I say, any local wine. So it's definitely a great option. The aesthetic is definitely pretty modern, really stylishly done, really well executed. And they do have a bar, which is generally pretty quiet actually. And they do also have a happy hour, which is also at the weekends, which is quite unusual for Healdsburg. So yeah, if you want a hotel that's probably, definitely more privacy, quieter bar area, definitely worth checking out. And as I say, you really can't get any closer to the downtown area. So here we are in the foyer of Hotel Trio, which actually only opened in 2018. It's just on the north end of town, and just down the road, we've got Big John's Market, which is the big grocery store in Healdsburg. And then there is actually also an awesome coffee shop that also opened around COVID called Plank, just over the road. We're in the hotel here in the foyer, and there's just over 100 rooms. And then all the rooms do have a kitchenette. So this is a sort of hotel, if you are planning to come and stay for a couple of weeks, it's a great option because, there's no ovens in the rooms, but it has got your sort of basic amenities to make basic food and also, tea, coffee, etc. And they do have a bar area as well. And on Thursday and Friday, they do actually have wine tastings here. And I do believe they are going to be introducing a happy hour. But there's no restaurant here, so they serve breakfast over to my left over there. So yeah, you're self-sufficient when it comes to restaurants, but there means so many great choices in Healdsburg. You really are spoilt for choice. So yeah, Hotel Trio, the rooms are actually way more affordable as well. I think they start at about $180, so definitely a good option if you are looking for a slightly more extended stay. And I've actually seen the rooms here, and they are really functional, super clean. So for the price point, it's actually a really, really good option. So we're driving up to Montage, and actually over on the left-hand side as well as the right-hand side, there are a whole bunch of lots which are being sold for people to build custom homes. And in fact, the first phase is all over on the right-hand side, and a lot of those homes have now been built. And I believe there's a home there that's an 8,000 square foot home, can you believe it? So yeah, there's some really monster mansions that have been built, all within the Montage resort. So yeah, we're driving up to the main hotel area, and the hotel actually has got obviously a full restaurant, you've got the hotel, and then you also have a full spa which you can use even if you aren't a hotel guest. And they also do a ton of events here as well. So yeah, it's a super cool venue which we'll just park up and then head on inside. So here we are in the main lobby area of Hotel Montage, and this hotel actually only opened in 2020. There's over 250 rooms here, which are sort of bungalow, casita style rooms. They definitely are at the higher end, as you'd probably expect, so $500, $600 plus per night. And in this area, we've obviously got the reception over to my left over here. This is the main bar just behind me. A great place to come for cocktails, a pre-dinner drink. I mean, the views are spectacular, and they've got a really great terrace where you can just hang out, have your pre-dinner drinks. But they do also serve bar food here as well, so you don't have to go through to the main Hazel Hill restaurant, which is the sort of the fancier fine dining restaurant to my right over here. So the menu here is, pretty simple. They do have a great burger and got ceviche, some really great sort of bar snack options. So, but yeah, you come here if you want to admire the view. I mean, the whole property is on 258 acres. And it's just got stunning grounds. So you've got the majestic oaks, you've got a vineyard laid out, which you're looking at over from the bar. And then, as I mentioned earlier, there is a full spa here as well. There's a couple of pools, one for private residents, one for hotel residents. So yeah, if you want the high-end luxury experience, then definitely Hotel Montage is definitely a good option. I should also say they do provide transport into downtown Healdsburg, because I'm sure if you are staying somewhere like this, I'm sure you'll want to check out some of the other restaurants in Healdsburg itself. But the dining here it's great. It feels a little more like hotel dining, which I'm not always a fan of. But yeah, definitely worth checking out the local restaurants in Healdsburg if you are staying here. So this is the driveway up to all the custom lots. So these lots were selling for between $1.5 and $2 million each. Yeah, the custom homes are being built up here, and you actually get a really great view from some of these lots out to the west, looking down over towards Healdsburg. Yeah, so we're just leaving Montage, and literally across the road on Healdsburg Avenue is the new Hotel Appellation, which is where we're going to go now. But when I turn right here, one of the first buildings that you'll see is Enzo Village. That's the retirement community, which opened end of last year, and they've got assisted living units here as well as sort of regular units. Yeah, they've also got a couple of restaurants on site. It's definitely not everyone's cup of tea. It's a sort of cross between the Quakers and the Buddhists, but they've done a great job. I mean, it looks really nice from the outside. I've never been into the actual units, but just at the end of the road here is where you come to Hotel Appellation and the Folia restaurant, as well as the Beeline bar upstairs, which we'll be going to visit. So we'll just park up here and then head on in. So here we are outside Hotel Appellation, and this hotel literally only opened probably 2 weeks ago now. So I'm super excited to get a full tour, and we're going to go and check out the rooms. We're going to go and take a look at the restaurant as well as the rooftop bar upstairs. They've also got an event space as well as a spa. So yeah, let's go and take a look and go and discover what it's all about for the first time. So excited today to get a tour of Hotel Appellation, and here with Jacob Tayers, who is the head of leisure services here. So yeah, thank you for agreeing to give us a tour. And you've only been open, what, a couple of weeks now?
We've been open 1 month.
1 month.
Tomorrow is our official grand opening, so it's a very exciting time here at Appellation.
Okay, awesome. Yes. So we literally arrived, walked through the front door, and this is the first place we arrived.
Here we are, awesome. And yeah, something that's a little bit different about our lobby, which you'll notice here, is as soon as you arrive, you're right in the heart of Folia, which is our signature restaurant. So Folia, being a culinary first brand, it was really important to Chef Charlie Palmer, our co-founder, that we had a culinary first approach throughout all of our spaces. So this is our beautiful signature restaurant offering breakfast, lunch, and dinner on a daily basis. And then as our guests arrive into the lobby, we invite them over to our beautiful butcher block countertop. So it's a little bit more of a communal environment where we're actually checking our guests in to get settled into their stays.
Cool, that's beautiful. What can I say?
Well, I'd love to invite you up to enjoy a small culinary offering from our team. So we love to welcome our guests with an amuse-bouche from the culinary team. It's a uniquely prepared item. Today we have beautiful tarts with some pancetta and cheese. The other day we had fresh figs from Chef Reed's garden with a little bit of duck prosciutto. Very delicious.
And that's pretty cool that all guests get this on arrival. I mean, definitely yes. Makes the statement like right front and center.
Right. It's a great way to draw you into the Appellation experience, right?
Cool, well, let's give it a little taste.
Let's enjoy.
So good, so good.
Well, if you'd like to follow me this way, I would love to show you some highlights about Folia, the restaurant itself.
Perfect.
Within Folia, we can take a moment of pause here. We have many what we call micro destinations, right? So our beautiful communal live edge table here, where we invite families to dine, sit with their friends, meet some strangers, share a glass of wine. And then within the restaurant spaces themselves, you'll notice that we have this incredible open kitchen. We're cooking all of our proteins over an open flame at the very back there. We also have a beautiful rotisserie. You'll find traditional banquette style seating within Folia, an incredible private dining space over at the back there. And then of course our beautiful bar.
And the restaurant, as I remember it, because I did eat here last week, is a prefix.
Yes, so we do offer a prefix menu 5 nights a week. That's Wednesday through Sunday. Monday and Tuesday, we offer a la carte options, as well as every night of the week. So you can have the choice of a prefix or an a la carte menu on any day.
And it was exceptional. And I also thought it was actually really good value.
Right.
I mean, obviously, I'm a huge fan of Shane McAnally at Dry Creek Kitchen.
Oh, he's incredible.
He's incredible. Different experience.
Right.
But here, I would highly recommend it. And also, obviously, I live in Healdsburg, and I think one of the things about places like this, it is really great to have, just different options for locals to come to as well. And I'll definitely be sharing it with people who live here as well. Yeah.
Well, thank you for being a voice for us. We absolutely appreciate that as we're just getting our feet off the ground. Just highlighting the bar a little bit here too. Obviously, we have this beautiful display of all of our bottles up here. So this is an incredible ice chest where we have local wines featured, as well as some bubbles and champagnes. In the morning times though, pardon me, chef. In the mornings, we're offering juices, parfaits, fresh items for guests to enjoy. And then of course we have our espresso and coffee bar here. So guests can come on in as they are, order a coffee, relax in our lounge and enjoy the spaces.
And can I ask where hotel guests have breakfast?
Yeah, absolutely. So breakfast is served 7 days a week here in Folia, our signature restaurant. We also do offer in-room dining. So you have the option of dining in your room, on your patio. Every room on site does have a patio or terrace, or here within Folia. Well, this leads over towards our crafted and maker spaces. So our brand hallmarks being food, people, and place. We are all about community and integrating into the community of Healdsburg. We really wanted to celebrate the local makers and artisans that live in this community and that have an incredible craft to share. So we're going to be offering daily workshops where guests will have the opportunity to come in, learn a craft, walk away having learned something, and also getting to meet a maker, a local, somebody that lives here.
That's a great idea. I mean, do you know anywhere else that does that? Or is that, I mean, that sounds pretty unique.
You know, it is really unique, and that's something that really sets us apart. I love how integrated we are with the town of Healdsburg in that way. I don't know of any other properties locally that are offering such an involved crafted program.
Yeah.
One of those highlights actually is with Wolf Coffee. So Wolf Coffee, their beans are roasted just up the road from us actually. We have them here in-house. There are espresso beans in that machine over there. We have freshly ground Wolf Coffee in all of our rooms for pour-overs. They're going to be offering an amazing crafted class for our guests the next couple of weeks. That's actually pairing coffee with Volo chocolates, another great local chocolate brand. So these spaces here, artisan room, maker's room, they've been dedicated to our crafted programs.
And interesting, like Nick, I know who runs Wolf Coffee. We did a video all about the best places for coffee. And so if you're interested in seeing that video and interviews with Nick, then check out that video. We'll put a link down below. But yeah, they do awesome coffee.
They are such great partners to us.
Yeah.
Well, this leads on the rest of the tour to our outdoor spaces. I'd love to show you our different event spaces that we have outside, check out the lawn and the Grange, and then we can head into the East Village if you'd like to follow me this way.
So what was the pairing that was going, or the tasting that was going on there today?
So in the crafted space you just saw, our artist in resident Bob Nugent is here. He's done a few of the art pieces that you've seen on our walls as you're exploring our spaces. So Bob Nugent is teaching a very approachable art class to our guests this afternoon as well as Saturday afternoon. He'll also be stationed up in our lobby so guests can have the opportunity to just interact with him, get to know him a little bit, and learn about his craft.
Cool. Yeah, I do.
Looks like the sun came out for us, which is so exciting.
Yeah.
If you want to follow me down this ramp, sorry for all the zigzagging.
No, it's fine. It's all good.
We can take a look at our Grange and our event lawn. Now, if you notice this big, beautiful front drive, we'll take this pathway here. We have our two iconic striking olive trees. These olive trees are 150 years old. We've actually planted 22 of them on property. So it's really helping us take root in this piece of land we're in. You know, you notice them right as you're coming down the front drive. They're uplit at nighttime. They're just so beautiful and nice to look at, and you'll notice all around the property we have them planted, in addition to over 30 mature fruit trees. So the breezeway we just came through, of course, is attached to our front drive. It does serve as an incredible separate entrance for guests coming into events, perhaps they're staying off property. We can set up valet right there, we can set up a bubble station, a little meet and greet or step and repeat, and that leads up into our kind of communal event space, leading into the Grange, which is an incredible indoor event hall, just shy of 5,000 square feet. We can have very large scale receptions, dinners, gatherings here. We also have a demo kitchen inside of the Grange. If these doors are fully opened up, they are pocket doors. So when the doors are fully retracted, you actually have coverage that extends over this porch that we're standing on. So you actually can create an indoor and outdoor event,
That's cool.
Protected from the elements.
And when I was here the other week, actually a couple of weeks ago, you were obviously having some big event with a sit-down dinner.
Oh, you were here that night?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I was pretty impressed. Like you'd only been open a week or two, and it's like there you were, like fully up and running, and it looked super impressive.
That was our first event, actually. I think we had about 300 guests here dining that night, and everything went off without a hitch. So
well, that's quite an achievement. So well done.
Thank you, thank you. Now this leads over to our lawn. Of course, weddings are so big in wine country. We are such a wedding destination being in Healdsburg. So we did dedicate a space for ceremonies, as well as receptions and outdoor events. Of course, again, we're surrounded here by these incredible ancient olive trees. Along that hillside, if you can just imagine, we have our vineyards that we just planted. They're baby vines, but they soon will be fully grown stalks. So once we have a ceremony out here, you'll have the olive trees and the vineyard backdrop. It's just going to create a stunning space for that.
And it's like you got a bit of bocce as well.
We have bocce ball here. We can set up outdoor games, cornhole. So it's just a nice kind of communal gathering space adjacent to our event areas.
And then all the seating here is for the sort of bar rather than restaurant, or you can sort of have bar food as well?
So it's a little bit of mixed. We do offer outdoor dining, so Folia, the terrace where you see those tables just down that way, those are tables that are tied to Folia. Of course, if you want to grab a drink, you're welcome to head into the bar, relax in one of these lounge chairs. Of course, if you just want to, go and come as you are, have a seat, enjoy the lounge area, we'll have a server come out to you and get you settled in and set up with some drinks and bites.
And is there, there's a separate sort of bites bar menu, is there? Or
there's not a separate bites of bar menu. We do offer a more abbreviated menu on Mondays and Tuesdays, where we actually have the former dining room closed on those days. But we always want to have a food offering for our guests. So in addition to Beeline, which is open 7 nights a week offering light bites, we also will offer menu highlights within Folia, indoors or outdoors.
Perfect.
Of course, this is also just incredible lounge seating for all of our guests.
Yeah, definitely. It's beautiful.
So we're standing here at the edge of our East Village. This is the Serenity Village. It does surround an adults-only pool. We have 38 of our accommodations, for which we do have a total of 108 on property here in the East Village. So let's go take a look and see some of our amazing offerings, including the fitness center and our terroir spa. After you, please.
Cool, thank you.
So this here is our fitness center, state of the art. Everything is the latest in gear from techno gym equipment. We have incredible indoor spaces as well as an outdoor terrace adjacent to the fitness center. So you can have a workout outside if you'd like. You can work out inside, open up those sliding glass doors to get some fresh air. And then of course, everything surrounds the pool here. Again, this is the adults pool over here. So this is the smaller of the two. We have a much bigger pool over in our West Village, which we'll see in just a little bit, but just wanted to get your eyes on this incredible space. A lot of intentionality throughout the design of all of our spaces on property. It's the small details that really matter, right? So with our chaise lounges here, for instance, you'll notice there's outlets next to every 2 or 3 chaise lounge. So guests can plug in if they need to, get some work done, catch up. All right, so if you'd like to follow me through this doorway, we will check out the spa terroir.
Perfect.
Come on through. Now this is one of my favorite areas. I love a good wellness day. We'll check out the lobby in here, and I'll give you a brief overview of what our incredible offerings include. Alrighty.
I'm feeling relaxed already.
I am too. I am too. I come in here sometimes when I just need to kind of bring my nerves and my anxieties down back to earth. So here at Terroir, our spa, we're offering a little bit more than a treatment. We are offering wellness journeys. An example of that is all of our facials, all of our massages. They start at 75 minutes and up from there. We really wanted to give our guests the time they needed to settle into their treatment, enjoy the facilities, and walk away having had a restorative journey. So instead of your typical treatment where we get you in and out of the room, we're actually inviting you into an interior tranquil space where we have a warm foot soak prepared for you in a beautiful copper tub. We lay you back, we give you a jade eye mask, and really give you about 20 to 30 minutes to settle down and enjoy that foot soak before we lead you into the treatment room to begin your facial or massage. Now through these locker rooms here, where we have all of the amenities you can imagine at a luxury hotel, as well as steam rooms, they lead all the way through to our treatment areas. We have 5 treatment rooms, one of them for a couples room, one of them being available for couples to book, and an indoor and an outdoor tranquil space. So guests can relax on the spa facilities, get some sunshine, read a book outside if they'd like. All right, so now we find ourselves at our culinary gardens. I'd love to take a stroll through and kind of showcase these incredible garden boxes we have. These are ingredients that our culinary and beverage teams are going to be utilizing year-round in our menus. They're tended to on a daily basis by our head gardener. So a lot of love and care goes into developing these spaces. It's also such a great way for guests to kind of really get to know something that makes this community special, right? We're an agriculture community. We're not just wineries. We have incredible wineries here in the area, but we also have a wonderful organic, regenerative farms. This, of course, being a small expression of organic growing. But these are ingredients that we're using in our menus, in addition to produce that we're sourcing from a lot of our local farmers.
Cool.
And that does lead up to one of my favorite destinations here on property, and that is the Grove. So imagine beautiful, intimate family dinners, family reunions, rehearsal dinners. It's really just such a wonderful space for intimate gatherings. We're surrounded here by our ancient olive trees. We have this incredible live edge table with the lanterns going above them. And then the Grove also, if you were booking this space, does include this amazing fireplace area. So we have the fire pits on right now. It's a little chilly outside. But again, it's such a great function area for small intimate gatherings.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah. All right, so we'll start strolling down towards the West Village. We're here at the backside of our main house here. You'll notice we do have some guest rooms up on our second floor, and then of course Beeline and the presidential suite on our third floor. But I do have a room to show you this afternoon here in the West Village at the edge before we go check out the pool. Now, before we step into the room, we can take a moment of pause. This is always something that I kind of geek out on and like to highlight. Instead of your traditional back-to-back conjoining rooms, we've actually created these shared foyer spaces that divide every 2 accommodations. So for instance, if you had room 6109 and room 6110 staying together, traveling together, this doorway right here can lock off, and both key cards would access this doorway, so you could close it off and actually expand the footprint of your shared accommodations. So we'll go ahead and step on into one of our deluxe kings. Always got to do the knock. And come on in. So the Deluxe King being our smallest footprint in terms of our accommodations, we're sitting just over 300 square feet. Small but mighty, I say. There is a lot of intentionality in the design of our rooms, all the way up to our suites. I think we've worked so smartly with all of the spaces here. Some of the few highlights that I noticed right off the bat are these intentional stationary luggage holding areas, right? So sometimes you go and check into a hotel and then those flimsy racks, they ding up the wall, they break, they're not really conducive or organized. So we have a stationary luggage holding area right next to our beautifully designed wet bar. Every stay with us, every room comes with a complimentary bottle of local wine. Like I said earlier, we're working with Wolf Coffee, an amazing local partner. So we're out with the Keurig, out with the Nespresso machines. We have beautiful pour over stations here where we pre-batch and pre-grind Wolf Coffee for 2 cups of coffee every morning. Cool. Throughout your stay. And we store all those items, your accoutrement, your plating in this drawer just here.
Love those kettles, by the way.
Yeah,
you can set the temperature of the water, which is awesome.
And then we have refrigerators just down here to store your items, your wine that you purchased. The room leads out to a patio. Again, like I mentioned, all of our rooms do feature patios or terraces on site. The suites get a little bit bigger. They have outdoor dining tables too, and we can actually do culinary demonstrations and execute meals in room for guests dining with their companions. Our rooms are outfitted with smart TVs. You can stream and access all of your apps on the TVs. We also have phones at the bedside table, USB-C inputs, and then reading lamps, of course. Here in the restroom, we're partnering with Lather. They're doing all of our toiletries in the bathroom spaces. Really great brand, using wonderful products. And again, just, there's a lot of wonderful appliances, fixtures, finishes in our bathroom spaces too. All of our terryware and our linenware is provided by Matuk. They're a really wonderful company, creating all of their fabrics with Egyptian long staple cotton. We have handheld steamers for your garments to freshen them up when you arrive, and then flip-flops in the warmer months and slippers in the cooler months. Well, if you're wondering where the full-length mirror is too, right here on the other side of our barn door. All right, so now we're heading over towards our Foss Pool in the West Village. 60 of our accommodations surround the Foss Pool. This here is our family pool. We have a lot more square footage out here, a lot more space to relax and hang out for the day, as well as 7 cabanas that are available to be rented. Let me get that door for you.
Oh.
Alrighty, if you'd like to follow me through. So as you see here, we have an Olympic length swimming pool, heated year round. Beautiful oversized hot tub area. Both pools will offer poolside dining, so you can order food by the pool, cocktails, as you'd like. Something that we are introducing a little bit later this year is going to be Watershed. So Watershed is an Airstream trailer that we've had custom built for us, offering Mexican street style tacos. So a little bit more playful cuisine over here at Foss Pool. Nice. We have our beautiful 7 cabanas over here that are available to rent. They all have ceiling fans and safes so you can store your personal items. We have our outdoor shower areas and changing areas appointed just in that building over there. And then again, you'll notice we have all of our rooms that surround this village, offering balconies and terraces. They boast village views, pool views, as well as vineyard views here at the hillside. We also have a really beautiful ice cream cart that will be roaming the property on a daily basis, offering sweet treats for really guests of all ages. When chefs arrive to their shifts on a daily basis, they always bring what we call mise en place, their knives. They set up their workstation with all of their personal equipment and gear. We wanted to equip our guests to be able to enjoy their food in the way that they wanted to enjoy their food and the way that they like to eat. So we have our individualized mise en place, if you will, for all of our guests to be able to select their own utensils, cutlery. It includes spoons, fork, knives, steak knives, and chopsticks too.
That's funny you say that, because when I ate in here, we had a big discussion about the drawers. So inside the restaurant, you've actually got your own little cutlery drawer.
Yes.
And we were wondering if you didn't get that out here. So you've sold it in a different way.
Exactly. So not all the tables have those drawers, but we, we got creative and we provided these rolls for those for the cutlery there.
That's awesome. Yeah.
If you take a look over here at one of our banquettes, we like to give our guests the option of selecting their own cutlery, their own equipment, just like a chef would bring their own knives into a kitchen. So we have these drawers here where we've equipped our guests with the steak knives, spoons, forks, and chopsticks, so they can choose how they'd like to enjoy their meals. So if you'd like to follow me up the elevator, we will step on up to our 3rd floor to check out Andy's Beeline, which is our rooftop cocktail lounge. Welcome to Andy's Beeline. We're here on our 3rd floor of the main house at Appellation Healdsburg. Andy's Beeline is open 7 nights a week, offering incredible spirits and cocktails, as well as small plates. We will open up at 4 p.m. daily. So let's make a beeline and check out the space.
I have to ask, who's Andy?
Yeah, Andy is one of our owners.
Oh, there you go.
Yes. Yeah. One of the founders of Appellation Healdsburg. Come on in. A little bit different than where we just were downstairs, right?
Different feel entirely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I always like to say Folia is very open and airy. We use the word agrarian here, so agriculture, right? We're bringing the outdoors in. Beeline, though, by contrast, it's swanky, it's moody, it's sexy.
I feel like we just moved to Palm Springs.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's kind of a speakeasy feel, right?
Yeah.
We have our incredible reclaimed wood ceiling just above us here, these high back velvet lounge spaces. And we also have a terrace that wraps around the space. So you can dine outside, relax, get a cocktail. We have bar top seating over there overlooking our vineyards. And then of course, these incredible vineyards just ahead of us. Thank you, Montage, for planting and tending to those vines.
Free vines are always the best.
Exactly, right. One day soon, ours will look just the same.
Yeah.
Another great feature about this bar, I think it's so incredibly unique. We have this wonderful display of our local distilleries, Griffo, Alley 6, Redwood Empire. And if you look at the kind of construction of it, behind each shelf is a mirror to create this endless illusion. So you can look at the bottles just keep going in endless rows.
Yeah. Well, thank you for giving us the personal tour. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, it looks impressive from the outside, but when you actually go inside and see some of the details, I mean, it really is something special. So
it's truly a pleasure.
Yeah,
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it.
We'll
if
see
there's
you again
anything,
here.
if there's anything I can do for you or your guests, please just send them my way. We'd love to take care of you. We're all about hospitality here, and I'd love the pleasure of welcoming you back soon. So,
cool. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
So that's the end of our tour of Healdsburg hotels. Obviously, Appellation Healdsburg being the last one. And definitely Appellation Healdsburg and Montage, they're very much the sort of resort experience. Obviously, both provide easy transport into downtown Healdsburg. But some people, you may prefer just be in the thick of it. So the hotels in downtown definitely are, great options there. Again, similar in terms of quality and aesthetic in terms of the rooms. And then you've got something like Hotel Trio, which is good for, if you're staying for a little bit longer, because they do have the sort of kitchenettes and stuff. And then the other hotel at the start was the Madrone. Again, a very specific type of hotel. It's got a very specific style to it, but an incredibly famous old building. So yeah, there's lots to choose from. And when you're here, there's so much to do outside of the hotel. So whatever hotel you choose, then I'm sure you'll have an amazing time in Healdsburg. So if you do want any more information, if you are thinking about relocating here, if you're thinking about buying a second home here, then please do get in touch. We'd love to help you out. Our number is 707-238-2112. We're one of the top agents in Healdsburg and one of the top teams in Sonoma County. So yeah, please do get in touch. You can also email us at david@BruingtonHargreaves.com. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Until the next one, go well.